Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the third part or the third tutorial from the menswear series. If you have not seen the first few videos from the series, then you can definitely go and check out the tutorials from this playlist. I will be posting the links in the description box, or you can click on this I button to directly go and check out these videos first. So moving to the tutorial, here we will be using brush pens to do the skin rendering. This is the Camlin brush pens. Now this will work with any kind of brush pens which are water based. So you can try this technique with other brands as well. And here you can see I'm swatching these two colors. One would be in the lighter shade, another one would be in a brown kind of shade. So these two colors we are going to mix, and also the layering technique we are going to use it. But there are few things which you need to keep in mind is that when you are putting the color on the plate, then make sure the plate is kind of dry, and after you have done the swatching of the color, then you use your water to mix it. So we have diluted the color with water, and this color you can use it just like watercolor. The end result is going to give you a very nice effect, something like where you are using brush pens based with alcohol, so alcohol based brush pen, so the effect is going to come out very nice. Also previously I have made a video on brush pens and how to create other effects as well. So in here I'm going to talk about this technique in more depth, and here you can see guys how I'm putting my color. Always swatch the color on your plate on a dry space, and this is how you can take care of your brushes so that they last long. Don't dip the brush pen directly on some wet area or directly into water, because this is going to hamper the tip of the brush pen. So whenever you are swatching the color over any plate, mixing plate, make sure it's dry. So the technique here is to decrease the saturation level of this brush pens as they are highly saturated. So we are mixing in good amount of water to lower the saturation and create a very sheer base. Over the base, now you can see I have taken some more brush pen, but this time I will not dilute it completely with too much water. So this time take the brush pen one more time, but mix it with very little water, so you can keep on increasing the saturation like level by level. First layer would be like very sheer. In the second layer you can increase saturation one level up, so this time you have to mix little less water, and you can keep on increasing the saturation using just one single color. So here you can see I'm using this color now very carefully to create the shading around the silhouette of the skin here, around the silhouette of the figure here, to create a very nice rendering of the figure, especially around the edges, around the shadows of the abs, around the underarms. So here guys, if you feel like your color is coming little patchy, because this might happen, so that time use more water to dilute the color, because sometimes this might happen that the color is coming out little patchy. That's the problem with the blending. So at that point of time, just increase the level of water to blend in really well. And also you have to take care of the paper, like this really works on water based paper. Currently I'm using hot pressed water paper in 300 GSM, and also when we are using this technique we need to continuously use water to blend the colors. So it's like a heavy duty watercolor work, so it's better if you are using very thick paper. And also this kind of works mostly we like to do for our portfolios or for some of the client works where we are like showing the proper skin rendering. So obviously at that point of time we should always use good quality papers, thick papers, and show this kind of very good and effective artworks better for the presentation. And here you can see guys, we are like almost done here with the second level, and let it dry. Like once it settle down, the color becomes little lighter, and also we are like using our water continuously, so it will require some time to settle in. And here you can see guys, I'm using my tissue paper to dab the extra water from this plate before moving in and using some more colors to swatch here. So always swatch your colors over dry area. I will continue with the process for the legs as well, just how I did in the upper section. Like first doing the base. After doing the base, I will try to render more around the corners, creating that nice effect of the skin. And here you have that joint in the knee section, the ankle section. So always look out for the joints in your body wherever you need to render properly to highlight those joints in the figure, and go with the darker shade. I mean, we are using a single color only. The only difference is the mixing of the water. If you want to dilute the color more, then mix in more water. If you want to keep the color little more saturated, then mix in less water. So this idea is very simple. Here you can see guys, I'm creating more depth in the knee section so that I can show that joint there. So we are done with one color here, and you can keep the color till here also. I mean, this skin rendering can also be done, but if you want to increase the depth, then definitely go for this second color. Here you can see, you can mix these two colors together, or you can just use the brown also over this color. The technique is again same. We will be using little water to dilute this color, and here you can see I've diluted the color, and now this color I will be using to create the depth around here, that is the rendering around the corners, to give the figure a more 3D kind of effect. Okay, so that structural effect and all the depth in the muscles around the corners and the shade in the figure. So here guys, keep your tissue paper with you so that whenever you are blending the color and you are using the water to blend, immediately you can clean the brush over the tissue paper. So this is something like which I really like to follow. Now this thing can be very personal, so whenever I'm doing this kind of water based works, I always keep my tissue paper, and after blending the color using water, I immediately clean my brush over the paper. So this also absorbs the extra water from the brush, and when I'm blending the colors, the color becomes really smooth, the blending becomes really smooth. So yes, now here the thing is to mix good amount of water when you're blending, because brush pen colors can sometimes come out to be very patchy. So at that moment, just use fresh water. You can keep the fresh water on one side of the plate, one side of the mixing plate, and then in between you can take that little water to dab over the colors to slightly blend the colors really well. Here you can see how I'm using that color, and in between to blend the darker shade with the lighter shade so that the color doesn't come out to be very much eye catching. It shouldn't look like block of colors. Every color should blend in really well. So for that blending, water really plays a very important role. So here you can see on my plate how I'm keeping my water and the color side by side. I'm taking the water, blending it, and again going with the color. So this is a continuous process of blending with the water and the color, and the paper is going to be very wet guys, so let it dry for good amount of time, and when it's completely dry you can see the color has settled in very well. And here I have my 6B shading pencil. You can also use any other pencil, like even charcoal pencils, or maybe 10B, 8B, 6B, any other shading pencils. So you can see here how I'm using my pencils to create the silhouette of the skin, and the reason I'm doing this, because this kind of shading pencil, that gray kind of effect looks very nice on the skin with this kind of color. You can see the end result, it's going to come out very nicely. I mean, the color blends in really well. So this is something very effective which I like to do. You can also use any other pencil also, like a color pencil also, or any kind of fine liner also, any detailing pen also. So that thing can be very much like a variable, whatever effective measure you want to do over here. And I really like to use a shading pencil, and you can see how I'm blending the color. I like to use my finger very quickly just to dab the color here and there a little bit, so that the pencil color doesn't look too much prominent, and it should blend in really well. And also it's easy to blend the pencil color. The charcoal powder smudges really well over the skin, and with this one I'm trying to create the depth. Here you can increase your pressure and create the depth, especially around the underarms, near the thigh, near the knees portion, near the elbow portion. So wherever you see the folds, there you can create little touch with the charcoal powder or with this kind of pencil. Also you can use any kind of blending tool also, like earbuds or any kind of blending stumps, brushes, or even cotton or tissue papers. So yeah, charcoal powder, this kind of pencil are like really easy to blend, and for quick and easy blending we can just simply use our fingers. And here the blending is not very like heavy, just we need to smudge the color little bit, so just a touch with our finger really does the job. So again, spend good amount of time in blending your colors, like whatever medium you're using, like even like color pencils or this kind of shading pencils, especially around the joints. So here you can see at the knee joint what I'm doing, just putting the color and using my fingers to dab it and spread the charcoal powder, little bit charcoal powder around the edges, so the color should look very smooth and blends in with the skin tone, that is the base color. So overall you can see the mix of the skin tone and the charcoal, that is the shading pencil, came out very effectively. The skin doesn't look too harsh, the shading portion doesn't look too harsh, but is really going well with the skin tone. So if you compare both the croquis, both the skin tones, you can see one which I have shown you in the previous tutorial and the one which we did today, there is a good amount of difference in the skin tone here. One is more towards the warm side, and this one which we did today is more towards the reddish undertone of the skin. So two different skin tone we have done. And here you can see guys, after you are done with all the shading and everything, you can use your eraser to slightly dab the excess charcoal and keep it very clean, because when you are presenting your works, cleanliness is very important. So I hope you enjoyed today's tutorial guys. Do comment below what other videos should I include in the menswear series, and if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Also press the bell icon to get the notifications of my upcoming uploads. So I shall see all of you very soon. Till then, take care. Bye bye.